Flood concerns persist as we track heavy rain moving through the tri-state. It's a first alert weather day as a result. Yesterday, we had record-breaking rain totals. In fact, we hit about 1 inch and 3/4, which broke the old record of about 1.5 inches. So we already have a very saturated ground. And as we've been seeing on these live cams and also in some of the video that you have submitted, that those water concerns are still persisting, and they'll continue as we track the rain moving through our area as low pressure continues to rotate overhead. We have Deerfield Township to the north of that location here, places near Harlan Township dealing with some of that steady, heavy rain. Anywhere where we have some of these bright orange and yellow radar returns, that's where we're seeing some heavier downpours. That includes Batavia, New Richmond, heading into northern Kentucky near Kincaid Lake, places near Barry, Mount Olivet. You're seeing some very heavy downpours. And on top of that, our flood concerns persist. In fact, we have a flash flood warning that will take you up until about 9:15 here, which affects over 200,000 people in that area, some of our southernmost extent, which includes Campbell County, which has had rainfall rates over the past hour of about 1.5 inches. So a very, very steady, heavy rainfall in those places. In fact, as we head into some of our heavily populated areas, including the 275 loop there, we are going to have this flash flood warning in effect up until about 10 o'clock. And in some of our northern counties, we still have a flash flood warning that will take you until just before lunchtime for Butler, Montgomery, and Warren County here in some of our northernmost areas. Important to note, we have a flood warning for the Great Miami River. Now the river levels are at about 11.5 feet, but they will continue to rise to about 17.5 feet, just over that by tonight. So we're concerned about high water levels in the tri-state as the rain continues, and we're expecting the rain for the next couple days. But the good news about the next couple days will be the rain will begin to taper off. But again, already a very saturated ground as this area of low pressure, and you can see that counterclockwise motion continues to spin in our region. We're not the only ones here in the tri-state dealing with a flash flood watch that will continue. Much of the Ohio Valley region, including parts of Kentucky and northern and central Ohio, dealing with those as well. It's because of this area of low pressure, and typically what you would have is the jet stream to quickly kind of carry off that low, but it's cut off from the normal pattern. So that with the bulge to the north that the jet stream has done, it's left this low pressure system behind just to kind of weaken and spin overhead. Normally it would just move off to the east, but it's just moving very slowly at the moment. Let's time out the rest of the day because we're going to continue to see rain in our forecast. Lunchtime, we're still tracking some heavier bouts of rain activity. Mid part of the day, temperatures are in the 60s, but we are going to see some showers, perhaps some embedded thunderstorms, which could bring with them additional heavy downpours, as well as some small hail, maybe a strong wind gust. By this evening, rain will begin to taper in some locations, but the rain will continue, and those rainfall rates will still be on the higher end wherever we do get a couple of those heavy downpours. The overnight still have rain in the forecast into tomorrow morning. We are going to see some heavy rain even in tomorrow morning's drive, and with the standing water that we already have in place this morning, it might be even worse for tomorrow morning's commute. We're looking at the rain that will continue heading into Wednesday but begin to taper, but additional amounts of about 1 inch to 1.5 inches are expected as we head through about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. As a result of all of this water, nearly 4 inches trying to drain here in the tri-state, we are dealing with a first alert weather day for both today and tomorrow. Temperature wise, we're in the 60s, and those shower chances will continue through your Thursday, and finally we'll begin to clear out with temperatures warming back into the low to mid 70s, which is closer to average. We'll see some sunshine by the weekend, and it's Memorial Day weekend, so we do have some rain that will return on your Monday forecast. Mostly just chances out there with warmer temps in the area. Let's send it over to traffic. I know it's a mess out there, Rebecca, standing water in a lot of places. Let's send it over to you.
Yeah, absolutely.